Hey guys, it's Jen. So I'm back with my promised Amsterdam video. Sorry it took me so long to put it up, but this trip I took a few months ago, back in July of this year. I went to Amsterdam for about 4 days, I think, and I just stayed in Amsterdam. I didn't go to any other cities in the Netherlands, but anyway, I just want to tell you guys about my trip, so let's get started. Okay, so on Saturday, which is like July 9th, my birthday, we flew into Schiphol Airport, and it was relatively easy to get from Schiphol Airport to the hotel that we had in Amsterdam. It was about, I would say, 20 minutes to go between Amsterdam and Schiphol Airport and the hotel. So yeah, taking the train from Schiphol Airport to the hotel was kind of easy. It was a bit of a hassle because everything was in Dutch, and trying to find the right train to where we wanted to go. A little bit of a hassle. Once we did, it was completely fine. And yeah, the train, it didn't take long. It was about 20 minutes from the airport to the hotel, so not that far away. For the rest of the transportation, like getting around and everything, there's taxis, there's trains, there's trams. We didn't take taxis or trams because we're close enough to the city center where all we really need to do is take a train. So yeah, we would get day passes, which I think for an entire like 24 hours, you spend maybe about €3 to €4, and you can just use, I think, any line on the train. I'm not sure, but for at least for where we wanted to go, from where we were in East Amsterdam to the city center, it was about €3 or €4, and it was a whole 24 hours. So what we would do, we would buy them around like midday, and then we would just use them probably until around 11:30 or so for the next day. So throughout the morning we would use it too, and then we would just buy a new card. And we did that for the entire 4-day period, and that worked out pretty well for us. So transportation, again, pretty easy. You can get these cards in little card collection things in the train stations. You can get them in like convenience stores and stuff. It's pretty accessible, so you shouldn't have any problem really getting around Amsterdam, because transportation is pretty accessible there. So for accommodation, we were in like a budget kind of, it used to be like a student dorm, and then it got transformed into a hotel. It was pretty good, and it was in East Amsterdam, which is a little bit more quiet, a little bit more residential than Central Amsterdam. But it was also really nice. We got to see a lot of quaint kind of like restaurants and little eateries like around the places. But I mean, like, if you're looking for something a bit more like with more nightlife, probably you should stay in the center, city center. Obviously there'd be more to do, but we were pretty close to the city center. It was about a 20-minute trip from like walking to the train station and then taking the train, getting into Central Amsterdam, about 20 minutes, so not that bad. But yeah, the hotel that we stayed in was pretty nice. It was pretty affordable budget. But yeah, everyone was really nice. The hotel was clean. It was kind of big. I think we had like an executive like business room that got turned into like a room for people to sleep in. But no, it was really nice, and yeah, good size hotel, but also kind of quiet and residential. So if you're looking for something a bit more, try the city center. Okay, so food. We ate a lot, but we didn't eat like a lot of traditional Dutch food. We did try the pickled herring. We went to the Albert Cup market, the big open air market. We had pickled herring, and that was really good, surprisingly good. We had stroopwafel, which was awesome. I don't know if I said that right. Stroopwafel. It was delicious. I've never had it before. If you guys don't know what it is, it's kind of like a little dessert pancake where they take like dough and they put like a caramel sauce in between it, and it's like a flat pancake sandwich kind of thing. But it's not really doughy like a pancake. It's more like a crepe. It's really, really thin, and they just kind of like smash it together with like caramel on the inside, and it's really delicious and it's good. And I ate the shit out of it. It was great. So stroopwafel, pickled herring, cheese. I mean, I'm lactose intolerant, but my husband really enjoyed the cheese. But that's about it for like traditional Dutch food. We mainly ate around, like we went to a Portuguese restaurant one day, you know, burgers, fries, that kind of thing. Didn't do too much with traditional food, unfortunately. Maybe next time we go, we'll probably go to a different city and probably get more into like Dutch food. But the food there was pretty good. There's a lot of like international community within Amsterdam because obviously it's a big city, a big international city. So yeah, you get to try different kinds of food, and that's what we did. So it was a good time. Okay, as for attractions, we didn't really do all that much. As far as like going to museums and stuff, we did go to Madame Tussauds Wax Museum in the center of town, and we did like walk around the city a lot. And I don't know if you guys ever seen pictures of Amsterdam, but it's a city that's really built on top of canals. They call it, I think they call it the Venice of the North, because the city is basically run on rivers and canals. They're just everywhere. So you can go and travel throughout the city on boat. They have a lot of boat tours. Didn't do that either, next time. But they have a lot of boat tours, and you can like see the city from a boat, and it's just gorgeous, like really straight vertical houses that are all these different kind of colors, and it was a really, really cool architecture in Amsterdam. I really enjoyed the look of the city. But yeah, as far as like seeing things, we didn't do all that much. We just went to a few museums, we went to Madame Tussauds, we went to Wonderworks. We just had a relaxing time. It was mainly for me to just really relax and just enjoy my birthday weekend. So yeah, we just walked throughout the city and just saw a few places. Okay, and now the thing that Amsterdam is probably most known for is its green scene, its greenery. Yeah, they have a very relaxed attitude about it. They're everywhere, the coffee shops. Even in the little residential area that we were in with our hotel, you could find a bunch everywhere. And we did. So as far as that goes, I think we did mainly like spliffs and pot brownies. And with the spliffs, we mainly got White Widow, which I think is kind of the standard in Amsterdam. And I think the next time we go, and if I try it again, it'll probably be by vaporizer instead of just a pre-rolled joints mixed with the tobacco. I think I'm just gonna try vaping it next time. As far as pot brownies go, they tasted good. I was really surprised by how nice they taste, and they had different flavors. I think the standard is chocolate. Tasted good. You know how it is with brownies. They're a bit strong, so be careful, I guess, especially if you don't do it very often, like me. Don't be like me and eat an entire one in one sitting, because you're gonna have a rough time. So yeah, take your time with it. They'll tell you how much is in it. Usually they'll tell you how much is in it. So I guess you can base it off of that, depending on, you know, where you are. You know, you can do what you want with that, but they'll tell you how much is in it. And yeah, I think I've had about 3 different kinds when I was there, and they all tasted fairly good. I was really surprised. It was like dessert. It was good. But yeah, they're cheap. It's accessible. Usually when you go, you get a free lighter. Grinders, I think, are also free, and sometimes they're pre-rolled, or they'll give you like papers for free as well. So yeah, cost-wise, pretty cheap. It's not very expensive at all. And like I said, the attitude, very relaxed about it. No one's like advertising it, but at the same time, you can walk into any coffee shop anywhere. Just ask for it. Don't be shy. No one's gonna judge you. It's all there. You know, it's fine. It's fine. So yeah, that was really good. Enjoyed that a lot. I will recommend the Bulldog, which is in city center. That was probably the biggest one that we went to, and they had a lot. There was a huge menu. It was a lot of things going on there. So I would recommend that place if you guys are in central Amsterdam. It was about 20 minutes away from where we were, but it's accessible enough to get into town and see that. So yeah, Bulldog if you are in the city center and you're looking for that kind of stuff. Lastly, the people were really, really nice. I was really surprised by how friendly and easygoing Dutch people were. Everyone speaks English, which honestly I was kind of expecting. I've met a few Dutch people here in England while I was doing my graduate studies, and everyone, like, you have no idea that they were even from a different country. You just think they're English. Everyone spoke perfect English. I really liked that they would try to speak to me in Dutch first, like they just thought I was Dutch, which was nice. I wasn't screaming like foreign person until I started talking. But yeah, they're really nice, easygoing people, friendly people. I don't think I had any bad experiences when I was in Amsterdam. It was just like being in any other Western country. It was good. So yeah, thumbs up for Amsterdam. I definitely want to go back to the Netherlands, maybe go to a different city, go to Rotterdam or The Hague. I would like to see some different parts, and I'll definitely keep it open. It was a great place. If you guys are thinking about it, try it, go, you'll love it. Alright guys, that about does it for my Amsterdam video. Once again, really sorry that it took forever. Like I said, I'm learning a different software program, editing program, so bear with me. I'm going to start putting it out a little bit more at a time instead of just like weeks at a time. Hopefully I can start having a consistent schedule. So anyway, thanks for sticking around, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe and give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!